tattoos when pregnant. It can cause infection. You're limited to what type of medication you can take when you get an infection. Ink and heavy metals, clearly not a good look for pregnancy. Hormonal changes will affect skin and healing changes. Hey, Pink Tea. This is what I ran across yesterday, girl. I left everybody with a cliffhanger. Like, okay, so that too area, what respectable artists agreed to this? Were they related maybe? And this was, I'm not sure. You see him in the picture though. I'm just saying. I guess most OBGYNs and medical professionals will tell you this is not a good idea. But what about her body, her choice? Does this fit in under that umbrella of her body, her choice? I wonder, with her belly being so big, once she gives birth and the skin shrinks down, will you even be able to read that? Right? Or will it just be a big blob of blackness of letters that you can't read? You know what I mean? She's sharing her body with a fetus. Like, the baby's got a choice, right? The baby should be able to vote in on this one. I agree wholeheartedly. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Gia, welcome in. That's our talk piece for this Memorial Day, for this holiday. I'm very intrigued on other people's perspectives of this situation. Very selfish and immature, Leah. I'm about there with, personal decisions and preferences. If this is what she wanted to do, I don't think she's going to be thrilled with the outcome, right? I feel like the baby is at that big, the baby could feel it. I don't know. Her belly button is already poking out. Hey, Arlita. We're here for it this morning, or this afternoon, actually. Here is the girl with the tattoo. Could you have caused major stress to the baby? That's what I'm saying, Mandy Lynn. Like, the vibrations, the needle. We know the baby is further below the epidermis, and, that's not the case. It's not like the needle was going to hit the baby. That's not happening. But the vibration, the ink that close to the fetus, I don't know. Oh, okay, Arlita, what you having for lunch over yonder? Yaylin, welcome in. Yes, this is what we were talking about yesterday. This is the picture. This is the situation. Yes, ma'am. I agree, Mandy Lynn, not worth the risk. It's not something I would do. So here's another question. Let's piggyback off yesterday's topic of, do you break up with your friends if they're financially illiterate or financially irresponsible? Would this be a reason to break up with a friend? If you had a friend that did this, would this be cause to break up with said friend? Are you not associating with a woman who would go get this tattoo at this stage of pregnancy? Would that be a reason to cancel the friendship? Your girl barely has energy today. Got way too lit. Went into work. Now I'm eating. Then it's nap time. Oh, I love it. That's a good Memorial Day right there. Get to the bag, get to a barbecue, and get to a bed. All of the bees. And you know what? Maybe with you not up here, we keep it a real small, simple live, and only people who are looking for it, right? Because when you come up here, you bring the masses. Everybody follows your ass. Right, you got lit last night. Absolutely. Let's clear that up before they say you got lit and went into work. Don't let me repeat it wrong. This whole live is going to be bad. Shit. They can't read the comments, so I'm just over here talking to myself. They don't even know what y'all are saying. Oh my God, MonTeesMama talked to herself about this picture for how long? She's so dumb. I might honestly drop a friend for that because that's just selfish as fuck. That's fair. Hey, Uncle Stepdaddy. Oh, and ladies, mothers, of course. Uncle Stepdaddy has let me know that tonight there will be a live that we will want to be set at. It's 6 p.m. my time, Central Standard. So wherever you're at that time, look for Uncle Stepdaddy in a live. And you're going to want to come in and be sat, I heard. I might do a friend as well. Children deserve better. And of course, I'm certain that the ladies I sit around, said friend asked your opinion. You clearly said this was a no, nah, not a good look, girl. You shouldn't do that, right? But grown folks do what grown folks want to do. And this grown folk, that's what she did. So just on bullshit, like, yeah, I don't know if I'd consider a friend after that. Like, yeah, no, I wouldn't want my daughter looking at that and no, we're not coming to the baby shower with your belly out. No, right? Type thing. Um, but I would want to stay associated to see what the aftermath is going to do because, like, yeah, no. Once that baby's out of there, all that's going to shrink down and it's just going to be like a big black bar above her belly button or something. It's not going to, I don't feel like that's going to turn out the way she wants for it to. The look will not be looking. Yeah, I'm not understanding the why either, ladies. I really am still in disbelief. Maybe it's one of those, it wasn't real. It just wasn't real. It's going to be epic, huh? Over 10 years of lies, manipulation, playing victim, the truth is coming. You are a great marketer, Uncle Stepdaddy. Let the truth reign. Please don't tell me this is another TikTok, Mom. No, I don't believe so. It didn't come across my TikTok feed. That's not where I saw this, but it did blow up my FB feed the other day. And then we discussed it briefly in here, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring the picture and show y'all what I saw, and we can have a conversation about it because this is what I saw. It interrupted my FB feed several times, and I was like, what the fuck? And Uncle Stepdaddy has a Truth Be Told live coming tonight. What's going on here? What's with the pic? So apparently this lady decided to get that tattoo while pregnant. It was in my FB feed. I didn't deep dive it or don't have a lot of the backstory to bring to the table for you. I'm trying to scroll and see if I can grab some information that really wasn't on my menu. My talk piece was more, would you do it? What do you think about this? And more so, would this be a reason to drop a friend, right? Yesterday we talked about if people's financial illiteracy or irresponsibility would be a reason to drop one of your girls. Would this be a reason to drop a friend? That's where I'm at. not a good friend for letting her go do it. So let's talk about that, Dejanay. Um, when you're dealing with grown women, if you told her that's not a good look, right? Girl, I don't think you should do that, right? And she did it anyways, right? Yeah. And even to think that, I mean, I don't know, when I was that big pregnant, that would have never, clearly never crossed my mind. Like, what would make somebody think that, you know, I don't know. Yes, Mandy Lynn. I mean, if you go to your FB and just type in tattoo pregnant woman, you're going to find this same picture that I'm sharing with you now. So it's definitely been spread across the internet. I'm not sure if it's made it to Reddit. I'm not a Reddit reader. Top of your Monday, Trudy Booty.
Happy Monday. This is wild behavior. It's gross behavior. I mean, the real risk of getting tattooed when you're pregnant is the chance of infection. And you want to try and avoid those things. That's why they don't want you to get inked when you're pregnant. But just why? I wouldn't drop a friend over this, but why?
So when I try to pull it up, the FB AI says a dramatic turn of events unfolded in a hospital when a pregnant woman's tattoo revealed a dark secret, changing the way medical staff treated her. The woman, who was initially perceived as a hysterical patient, was later found to be a victim of DV, highlighted by the tattoo hidden beneath her bruises. This incident showcased the importance of understanding the stories behind tattoos, especially for pregnant women who may be vulnerable to abuse or other risks. Getting a tattoo while pregnant is generally not recommended due to potential health risk. The risks include infections. Clearly, we discussed that. Allergic reactions. Oh, we didn't bring that to the forefront, but that's probably smart, right? And pain sensitivity. Pregnancy can affect pain perception, making the tattoo process more uncomfortable. Some people think that certain tattoos may hold pains, as speculated by fans of General Hospital who were discussing the tattoo on a pregnant character. Others are concerned about the safety of getting tattoos during pregnancy and are seeking advice from medical professionals. If you're considering getting a tattoo while pregnant, it's essential to consult with a healthcare professional to understand the risks and benefits. They can help you make a more informed decision based on your individual situation. But yes, it is very much a talk piece over on the Book of Faces. Dreams and Themes Tattoo Studio has a post from October 2nd, 2025. Two customers come into the tattoo parlor and one of them reads a sign. It says you don't tattoo pregnant women. Why? I'm about to go to the potential health risk, but before I can begin, the customer friend explains. You idiot, if you get it pregnant, the baby will be born with the same tattoo.
I'm done.
I'm so shocked by this statement said totally seriously that I'm actually silenced for a moment. This prompts the original customer to say, oh yeah, makes sense. It probably goes through the umbilical cord or something. I'm fucking done.
And
I
that's the
love
point
the
where you sent
internet.
both of them out of your tattoo shop because they were not of sound mind to get tattoos anyway.
Tanisha Maya free game. Why can't pregnant women get tattooed? I get this question a lot, and oddly, there's a lot of misinformation on the internet. So here's my answer in words. The reason it's common practice not to get tattooed while pregnant because of the risk that comes with getting a tattoo. The same risk that you have when getting a tattoo while not pregnant. There's always the present risk of contracting a bloodborne pathogen, infection, or disease when getting a tattoo, piercing, or any surface that breaks the dermis layer of the skin. Pathogens like hepatitis B and C, HIV, and syphilis, just to name a few, while the risk is significantly lower when going to professional artists as they are certified by OSHA and practice safe handling and decontamination of bodily fluids, the risk to do so still exists. So the common practice is not to expose your unborn to those pathogens, especially
So
if you are aware of the artist certification and licensing.
basically, back in the day, it was frowned upon and not recommended because there wasn't really a control over the sanitation practices in tattoo shops. So you were always doing it at a risk. Like they didn't have state regulated people coming into tattoo shops. You were running a risk of contracting an STD. Bloodborne pathogen infection, I should say, not an STD, because that's not sexually transmitted. But like you were always running the risk of bloodborne pathogen exposure. Now it's not as likely if you go into a professional shop just because of the use of autoclaves and like cleanliness. But
I'm done.
there's,
Siani said, imagine she has a boy instead. I feel like baby girl must be her nickname. Like, why would she wear
yeah,
that for the baby? I think that's more of a
I
her
think that was for
own.
her. I didn't see that as for the baby.
I mean, she's making a baby girl announcement, like baby girl in here type thing. Like, this was after the gender reveal, you think?
I don't know.
Oh, that'd be
I
even
would
more
never.
terrible. This was the gender reveal. It was a tattoo appointment gender reveal.
This is honestly just my personal opinion. It's tacky. It's tacky.
I mean, it looks tacky for facts, and I don't think it's going to have the same look when it heals and she
Right.
heals from giving birth to that baby.
Man, the way that your stomach skin stretches, like they tell you and warn you when you have a belly button ring, because I had one when I was pregnant with my daughter, the way that that part of your body stretches, that piercing stretches out. So I can't imagine what this is going to look like when her body goes back to normal. Like, it's just, hang on, let me show husband. Did you see this shit? He's reading a car magazine.
He's not interested in the pregnant belly. So
No.
this was on my FB feed. I several times I came across this and the conversation behind it, and it's a controversial topic, right? Everybody's got different opinions, but this woman was very much big pregnant, per the photo, and got baby girl tattooed across the top of her belly. And I was just talk piece. Hey, here's a conversation. What y'all think? Most people say tattooing while pregnant is never okay. There's way too many risks involved, right? There's the risk of infection. And if you do get an infection, there's very little you can do to help or fix or anything, right? That's what's going on in here today. And then I figured there was somebody who may be like, well, no, that's fine. I'm surprised the tattoo artist would do this either. I wouldn't either, Liza. Definitely not my cup of tea. I mean, definitely different. But if you do put tattoo pregnant women in your search bar, you're going to see that there's a lot of women who do have tattoos on their bellies. But I'm guessing those tattoos were present before the pregnancy. I'm just thinking. I'm guessing. I don't know. Definitely hep risk that was mentioned. So another question with the judgies that, I mean, just curious how people feel. So you're at the local water park and she's there in those little shorts with a little halter top, belly out. What's your next move? She's at the concession stand you're taking your kids up to. What are you doing? Are we Are we clutching our pearls? What are we doing? Are you going to ask her why would she do that? You're just going to Karen her up and just step to the front and, oh my God, what happened to Virgil? Why in the world would you do something like that? Are you going to do that?
Oh, do you hear Maverick?
What happened to Virgil?
I unmuted and he goes, no. No, I don't care what people do to their body. I think it's tacky. I'm gonna mind my own business and look the other way. I might shoot her
I
a
don't
weird
think it would
look.
ever cross my mind that she did it while she was pregnant. Hey, what the fuck is that? Samantha Pancakes. It was in my Facebook feed. It was a woman who apparently got pregnant or got tattooed while she was this big pregnant, right? Or the perception of which. I want to preface by saying I did not dig into this story. I don't know her name. I don't know where she lives. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it was just some shit that came across my thing, but it made a good talk piece. I saw the pictures, so you have to see the pictures. The fuck? You guys want to be a part of all the other things MonTeesMama do? Well, yesterday I was scrolling and I saw this. And we talked about it, and I had said, right, Samantha Pancakes? I hope it's AI. I mean, it possibly could be.
I
could
think
care
it's
less if I
tacky.
saw her in water park, bro.
It doesn't bother me enough that I would say something to her, but I definitely roll my eyes at her and
What would
move on with
bother
my
you
day.
enough at a water park for you to address it? In a public space, what would bother you enough for you to address another mother's behavior?
Oh, in a water park, not watching your kids. Your kid's on some fuck shit and you're not watching your kids. That's the only time. That's the only time
Fair.
I'm gonna say anything to anybody. It's the water park's job to control, like, with the dress code, enforce dress code and everything. So even like these hoochie mamas and these string bikini whatevers walking around the water park, that's not my business. That's the water park's problem. I'm gonna take my kid to another part of the water park, but at the end of the day, the only time I'm ever gonna speak up or judge someone about the way they're acting in a water park is if they're being disruptive or if their kid is fucking with my kid and they're not doing anything about it.
Yes. Aaliyah agreed.
Like
She
that
said watering
video.
children are being abusive to your children. Hey, Q the confetti. Hey, Jill. Welcome in.
Like, there's literally no reason to address anybody living their best life.
If that's her best
I could
life.
care less if you had a pee-pee tattooed on your forehead.
Oh my God. Do you know anybody who's got that? Does anybody know a pee tattooed on a forehead person?
I
That's
know
my
someone. I know someone who got a home done tattoo from their friend, and their friend thought it would be funny to start out with the fill when they were filling it in. It was a heartless symbol, but while they were filling it in, they drew a pee first, not realizing that it would heal. That you could still see the pee even though it was all one shade blocked out.
Hey, Linda. Kids are being dangerous or hurting someone. Fair.
Yeah, like I posted that video of the toddler getting shoved over by like a much older toddler or bigger kid. And I like the PSA was parents pay attention to what your kids are doing and teach them to keep them hands to themselves so I don't have to. Not as a threat to the child, but more or less, hey, I don't want to have to talk crazy to your kid for shoving mine over because I was on my way to Wild Waves that next day and all I could think about was my anxiety of my not even 2-year old, just turned 1-year old baby is about to go into this water park and go to the splash area. And I swear to God, I will lose my shit if some other kid comes and bullies them. Especially if I'm standing right here trying to watch my kid and you're not paying attention to what your older kid is doing. You want some Gatorade?
As long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, not my business. That's fair, Mandy Lynn.
Yeah.
That's
I would never address the child, but I would definitely address the parents. Like, that's like the most I would say to the child is like, you need to keep your hands to yourself type shit.
Does Liza know she's up here?
I don't know.
I do. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was just
I got
making
the
sure.
invitation earlier, but my son was screaming. And I
I
was
just
like,
be
let me meet.
inviting everybody to be I be messy. Y'all be talking to someone messy in the chat, and I'll invite them up there or accept their
That's
request
funny.
without saying anything.
No, I do
Hey,
want to add.
Reese.
I wanted to add that the tattoo around the belly, like just aesthetically speaking, the belly's gonna go down, and the stretched skin with the tattoo. I don't. Good luck to her. Good luck to her.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't see that turning out well. She's gonna have like
Like
a
your body,
blob.
your choice, whatever. You're not hurting nobody. I mean, the potential of infection could hurt your baby, but that's also a you problem type shit. So whatever, you're gonna do whatever. I'm gonna call you stupid and make fun of you for it if you're my friend, but I'm not gonna fall out over it. But I'll never let him live it down.
That's fair. That's fair. I would definitely try to encourage any of my friends not to do something this horrific. This is a major life choice that could have lots of long lasting repercussions for her and the baby, especially if there's infection, right? That little joke about the baby being born with the same tattoo took me out, though. That was great.
It's a piggyback off of the joke that when you see parents that are heavily tattooed, like no blank skin on their body, have blank skinned babies, it always confuses your brain for 2.5 seconds.
You think special
You're so
needs
used
folks
to
are treated worse? Maybe it's the area you live in. It could be cue the confetti, or, I mean,
Yeah, that should be tomorrow's talk piece. Is this little nonverbal boy whose mom had to hide a camera in his hair? But we'll save that for tomorrow.
I've heard that one too. I've been seeing shit about
The
that.
videos are horrific. Um, I'm just gonna give everyone a trigger warning right now. The way the mom in the press conference, though, when she's like, and don't get it twisted, she whipped that camera out of her hair the way that she had her hair up, and you would have never known. And everyone's like, but we'll talk about it tomorrow.
That's a good one for tomorrow.
Yep, that'll be. Stay tuned. I definitely think that should come up.
I have a special needs daughter, and that makes me so nervous. Siani, listen, I believe, regardless, special needs or not, we are our children's biggest advocate, their biggest mouthpiece, their biggest everything. And when you have a child with special needs or especially nonverbal, and they have to go to outside schooling and you don't have a way to communicate with them that their needs are being met, that's terrifying. I would gather, right? She was smart as hell to put a camera in the baby's hair, though. Like, what? She must have noticed a difference in behavior, something. Her spidey senses tingled, and she did what the hell she thought would solve
From
the.
what I understand and from what she was saying, she was getting repeated calls about incidents about her son's behavior, that he was being out of control and they were painting it like he was the problem. And that wasn't the behavior he presented at home. And so that gave her a red flag. And so she then put his dreads up, and in his dreads put a very small camera. And in the videos, you don't see anything. She just wanted the audio. So she put a very small camera in his ponytail, in his dreads. And
Oh, I heard the
at
audio
one point,
too. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and at one point they noticed that there was a light coming out of his hair. And so they took his hair down. And that's another topic altogether to be addressing. Like, why the fuck were you even going in his hair to find the damn camera? But I guess they saw a light and decided to peek through his hair and found the camera within 45 minutes of her dropping
Ronnie
him
and
off.
Ariel, do the extra due diligence. Go on ahead and put a little camera on your baby. I think that's the best bet. Shit. At least until you're comfortable with who they're around, right? Shit, I don't know. With a little warning tag on their little jacket, under surveillance. So then nobody can ever say that they were being recorded without permission. What do you mean? He wore a shirt to school every day that said under surveillance. What do you think that meant? Shit. Air tag in his shoe, camera in his hair. Plain and simple.
Yep.
At this point, we should just be able to send them to school with body cams. Why can't the kids wear body cams like
Well,
the
that's what
toilet?
Justin said. We're supposed to talk about this tomorrow, but that's what Justin said. He's like, why is there not cameras in classrooms anyway with the amount of bullying going on and these claims of, because this woman is pushing for a law for cameras to be in all special needs classrooms, but my husband's like, take it a step further. Why is there not cameras in every single classroom with audio?
This stage of the game would probably be good for like just professionalism for the teachers, where there's what, a centralized location like security area where you can bing in on any classroom at any given point in time.
A lot of schools are like that, but there's some in Colorado, at least from when I was in high school. I remember it being a discussion in my social studies class about it being a violation of something and why they just can't have it in there. But one of my teachers chimed in and was like, I would love to have a camera in here because some of the way you guys act and your parents are in complete denial.
Mandy Lynn, right? If you have my child in daycare and are afraid of what's caught on camera, that's all I need to know. Amen. Ariel, when my son was in daycare, they had an app that let me watch the cameras. I got 3 teachers fired. I know that's
Yeah,
right.
most daycares that I've worked in, they all have cameras in all the rooms. There's been too many incidents of people on social media claiming that they saw A, B, and C and no video evidence to help them. And so, for protection for themselves, daycares will put cameras in their classrooms. I don't know why they don't do it in normal school classrooms. But that should be a topic for tomorrow.
Ariel,
We're
for
talking
today.
about tattoos. Here's something to
Hold
piggyback
on,
off of
Ariel's
this.
got her story. She just came up. What's your? Go ahead, baby. Tell us what happened.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, I was just answering the question about what happened at my kid's daycare. So one teacher, I got fired because it was a Monday and I'm picking my son up, and one of the other parents actually was like, "Did they tell you what happened on Friday?" So I'm like, "What happened on Friday?" And apparently the teacher was in the middle of cleaning something and my son just wanted some attention. And at the time, I didn't know he was autistic. But, you know, he was just extra hyper. He really, when he's attached to a teacher, he just wants their undivided attention all the time. She yanked him and slammed him into a chair, I was told. So I went up there, wreaking havoc, called the police. The director had to drive all the way down there. She watched the camera, fired the teacher. And then the other 2 teachers were purposely, like, not changing his diaper. He would come home in the same diaper I sent him in, basically.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I was not happy.
I am so sorry your baby had to endure that type of shit from a daycare in the hands of the people you entrusted to take care of him while you, I'm assuming, worked or handled your business. Like, the hell? That is so frightening.
I
I am
had the
so
cameras,
sorry.
but, yeah, I pulled him out shortly after.
I would imagine. I am so sorry you've had to endure that.
Tell me they got fired,
Yeah.
please.
She said she got him fired. She got 3 people fired for that shit. Yes, ma'am, they got fired. She did her
Yeah, and
due
this is
diligence as
why,
his mama.
as someone who works in childcare, I totally advocate for cameras in the classrooms because I don't have anything to hide. But also, you get that one parent, and if you have worked in childcare or in teaching, you know that one parent who just wants to have a problem, and they will do anything to try and
Just
catch you in
like
some
I
shit.
said, you can't please all the people because some people just don't want to be pleased. And they will argue everything to the depths of hell just because their perspective is their law. And that's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody can have their own law. That doesn't make it universal. Ariel, I hope you and your son's healing journey behind that shit is being kind to you. That is insane.
Yeah, he's doing better now. He's in behavior therapy, and he really likes all of his therapists over there, and I trust them. But that daycare, not so much.
Amen. Keep him where he is safe. Yes, cameras definitely protect both, Jetta. I agree wholeheartedly. Who's the pregnant lady? I can't believe she get the tattoo. Exotic babe. Back to the conversation topic for the
All
day. We
right,
get
guys.
distracted, but that's
I
okay.
have to go get ready for my stream tonight. I have to work on playlist and getting my sound effects together. I'm gonna let you guys go. I
Have a
will
great
see
day.
some
Make
of
it as
y'all at
amazing
9
as you
p.m.
are. Yes,
Love
and
Love you
you.
here.
love you more. And if you're available at 6, Uncle Stepdaddy's got that tune in for the tea, exposing 10 years of lies and scandal, and it sounds like a great hit. Lady in the picture, I do not know who she is. I have no idea who she is. Yes, we can all agree to not tattoo our pregnant bellies. Yes, Mandy Lynn, I think everybody should take a vow. But it came across my FB feed several times. I kind of left a cliffhanger yesterday, like, how do you guys feel about this? And you're like, no way. So I had to bring the picture back to show you what I saw because shit, I saw it too. So now you can see it. But yeah, the risk of infection, something I absolutely would never do. That's insanity. But adults are allowed to make adult choices, right? And she made the choices she made. Or it could just be an AI generated, what you call it? Hey, Desiree, an AI generated picture, you know, clickbait. Happy Memorial Day. Oh, or not. Well, happy
Earlier, I was
Memorial Day
laughing.
anyway.
Earlier, I was laughing because somebody, I forgot which one of you said that, was asking about what if our friends was doing that. And personally, I was like, I wouldn't even have a friend who would think about doing this. I don't.
Man, listen, I don't think I have a friend that would do some shit like this either, but I would still want to see the aftermath. Like, what? You did that shit and what's going to happen later? I want to see. I want to see what it heals to look like. Now I have so many questions. And I would probably ask her, girl, what and why? Like, what were you thinking? Why would you do this?
It's
But
not
like
like
I
they
said,
can
I think
do. It's not like they can do studies on what long-term effects happen to are the long-term effects of babies and mothers and
Exotic Babe said, I know someone who would absolutely would do this. Oh my God, Exotic Babe. See, I'm saying.
block them forever.
I'm too scared to get a tattoo when I'm not pregnant. Oh no, Siani. But I mean, tattoos aren't for everybody. And pregnant belly tattoos definitely aren't for everybody. Everybody has a hard stop. And clearly, like, obviously, the people coming in the room, what the fuck? What is this, right? The judgment is high for something like this. So then I asked the question, would you, is this a high enough judgment that you'd stop being friends with somebody who did something like this? You know? It took me
I
11
think it'd
years to
be.
get the second one.
I think it'd be enough to question where are they in their lives to be making decisions like this. And I mean, if it's someone that you've been friends with for a really long time, just checking on them on a regular basis. But
I
definitely,
mean, it looks like from the picture she has some other tattoos, right?
yes, we see that. It's just wow. Like tattoos, I'm pro tattoos. I have a couple of them, and I like getting them myself. But I feel like if you have a lot of tattoos, you would have at least some knowledge about these things. But maybe this is my expectations of people being responsible.
But then what if we're hypothetical, right? This is all hypothetical shit. We're just sitting here having a conversation on a picture that crossed my new, FB feed. I have no idea of its validity. I don't know who the girl is. It could just be an AI image that was clickbait. But we talked about it briefly yesterday, so I brought it back round so y'all could see what I was talking about. But let's say this is your friend and you told her 3:33. Oh my gosh, Jada, thank you. Hold got it. I mean, it's not really fair. I didn't really catch it. You kind of put me in the driver's seat, but I appreciate you because that's my number right there. But anyways, let's say this was your friend, right? And you tried to talk to her and she was like, no, girl, I talked to so and so, and she gives you the same, because there's an argument for everything, and Google will support any side of the argument, right? So what if she brings you articles and where she has supposedly in her mind done her homework, right? She's Googled and she's done her research. Maybe she does like Stephanie type research. And she's got all her she thinks she's done her homework and this is a good decision. And girl, you don't know what you're talking about. Now what?
Yes, at that point, I guess we could only do the most we can is just be like, I would question a lot of what it is that you looked up. And hey, I'm not your mom. Live your life, and yeah, I'll keep that in mind. And it's just that you're doing this, and whatever the consequences are, I hope you go through them with grace. Or
Amen.
nothing can happen. And then it's like, okay, well, good to know.
Right. Or how about, I love all of that. Like whatever consequences, I hope you handle them with grace, because Lord have mercy, there could be some, right? But the point being that we're all grown to do our own things, right? And just because somebody makes a decision that maybe you wouldn't make doesn't mean that they're not worthy of still being your friend or being loved or still having a support system. Like, does this girl's decision determine that she should lose her baby once she gives birth to it?
No, I wouldn't go that far, unfortunately, or fortunately. I don't know. I personally don't think it. Personally, my base rule is like, I don't like the idea of separating a mother from a child if the mother and child, both parties want to be connected, stay connected. So, just like with Des, it doesn't matter what it is or what any parent does in their past and their current, as long as there's consistency in the ability to be able to like want to be there, we'll make every effort to try to help them out through whatever happens, whatever comes up. So even if this
Right. And if
person
there
would do
was
something,
right, if there was no repercussions, like it healed right, whatever, she got what she wanted out of it, the baby was fine, yada yada. My biggest, like the furthest it would go for me is like she's not a very good decision maker. If we're going out for a night on the town, she's not going to be our designated driver, right? Like we can't leave her in charge. She doesn't make good
yeah,
decisions.
like leadership decisions, probably not for you, ma'am.
Right. Absolutely selfish. I agree, Mandy Lynn. It's selfish to put her own, she couldn't wait a few weeks to pop the baby out to do that. I agree.
Well, it kind of reminds me of the topic of like, and I know this isn't popular with the RJ universe, but like smoking while pregnant type thing. I've known of people who did that, who have done that, not actively at the moment. I just know people who have done it while they were pregnant, and as people, we're kind of like associated enough to where it's like, hey, I don't completely hate you or judge you for that. Personally speaking, I wouldn't do it, didn't do it, that sort of thing.
Yo,
But
Monty's mama is a whole damn fucking gardening center. You know what I mean? But my pregnancies absolutely quit. Absolutely quit.
yeah,
Absolutely. Cold
because
turkey. As soon as I found out, that was a wrap.
I think my first week or month, I think it was my first month with my son, with my when my pregnancy with my son, I was like, oh shit, I drank the other day, and my husband was like, oh, it's too early. Don't worry about it. Hey, what you doing, man?
But yeah, I mean, but different strokes for different folks. Some people will give you the same, you know, gardening that the doctor said for nausea, and you'll just hear all types of different things. So, I personally absolutely not, did not participate, did not partake. Um, Absolutely, Mandy Lynn. Likewise. Definitely quit the cigarettes too. Absolutely. When I was pregnant with my kids, we were definitely having healthy pregnant babies. And it sucks because I was just thinking that when I said that, like, damn, you could do that for the children, but you can't do it for yourself. I've tried to quit smoking a few times. Since Monty's been gone, I feel like my smoking is better for anybody else's health than my own, and it's probably better that way. Nerves a little bad. But at the same token, I did the math on that shit the other day too and had the realization that that's a lot of fucking money. You know, I've been comfortably able to do that without like not having a pack of cigarettes, which I'm blessed to live my life. But shit, I could be saving a whole bunch of money. I was thinking about getting hypnotized. I was thinking about doing that one, like getting hypnotized to quit smoking, see what it can do.
You can work with me at the dispensary.
Hey, girl. Hey, and you're local to me. What dispensary? Oh, no, you're down southern.
Yeah, my store's in Southern Illinois, so my store is in like East St. Louis, even though yeah, that's Illinois.
Well, are you a big head? Can I work out here at the dispensary?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Are you a big head? Can you plug me with the dispensary close to my house or I got to come to you?
Are you by Bloomington?
No.
Yeah, my store only has locations in Bloomington and East St. Louis. Nothing closer to Chicago.
Well, I'll just have to come visit then. I'll just have to come visit. I think if I smoked, I wouldn't snack as much. You know, cue the confetti. All of it's an oral fixation. It all comes down to that. And a lot of people definitely replace the smoking with munching. I've heard that.
I just got spooked. I'm on the highway and my baby daddy pulled on the side of me. Like, where did you come from?
Girl, he got an air tag on your ass. Yeah, they're definitely high. They're definitely fucking high. See, I would gain 100 pounds in a day if I quit. I don't know if it'd be that bad, Mandy Lynn. That's the biggest thing they say about me. I'm eating a pack of Newports. I guess every time they hear my lighter flick, they assume it's a cigarette. But for those who know, they know. Like, I just be kicking it with y'all, having a little sesh. I don't trust either people, so come get me. So yes, I don't know why this girl did what she did, but she definitely did it if it's real. And if it's AI, it was a good talk piece regardless. At least the warning, label has been placed. I'm not claiming the legitimacy of any of this, nor am I judging her or trying to locate her or dig into her Facebook or image searching her identity or any of the crazy things that have been done to us. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not going to go do all of the things. But I'm sure somewhere in her circle, there's somebody who will do that, right? Everybody always got big opinions and big emotions about things. But tomorrow we should definitely talk about this young man. I need to get his name. I don't like talking about the children unless we're speaking on, the justice for them. And it sounds like he definitely deserves some fucking justice. They're getting expensive. I can get 2 packs of Mississippi for 16 or 17, but sheesh. Welcome in, just smile for me. It's a great day to have a great day. I hope you're enjoying your holiday. This was our talk piece for today. I just ended up in my FB feed several times yesterday. So I was just throwing it out there. Would this be something that you would do? Would this be a hard stop? Are you unfriending a friend that does this? Like, that was where we were at with this conversation. And tomorrow we will be talking about the young man whose mom put a camera in his dreads to catch teachers mishandling him at school. That will be tomorrow's talk piece. And I will find out who this young man is and do my homework. Because that's like a real situation. That was in your city, just smile for me. Oh my goodness. Well, please do come tomorrow and pay if you are available. Louisville, Kentucky. Okay. Louisville's a good. Hey, I've been down there to visit. It's nice down there. It is nice down there.
kind of curious, just as a thought, if it was like a publicity stunt thing. I mean, not in the way that I'm making it sound right now, but like, for example, I have a relative who had gotten tattoos of their two kids, and to me, I thought it was dumb because my relative lost custody of their kids, and I've never seen them actively care for their kids, even when she was around them. If anything, it was my aunt who took care of them for her. So I was just like, but
Said
she made a
it.
whole like publicity thing where she's like, "Oh, I got this tattoos of my son's names on me because I love him so much."
Oh. Well, maybe an attention seeker. Maybe her stamp on it that she'll always be a baby girl, even if she's giving birth to a baby girl. I don't fucking know. It's definitely different and weird. The school system sucks down there. Just smile for me. Like just in general, the entire school system is shit, or like special education, or just special education falls even shittier than the regular school system. Sorry to bombard you with that whole blah, but yeah, I just caught your comment. If she was doing this for attention, this big pregnant, like that's horrific. Entire school system is crap, especially for special needs. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. That'll definitely help as I dig into that a little bit to be ready for tomorrow's conversation. Special education program in the school system has been cut so bad.
Was it cut before or after Trump closed or
People voted against our
the whole
babies. She
education
said people
department?
voted against our babies. I'm guessing it was after. My older sons are special needs and their IEPs are not being met. It makes me so damn mad. And she said after. I feel like that too, but I feel like isn't there still like stuff on the state level where the individual states could be picking up the slack of that? Or I mean, I don't have a special needs child to be wrapped up in this, No, Mandy Lynn, do not shut up. I think tomorrow,
Got to hear it.
yeah, I want to hear about like all the shit, but like, yeah, you're a red state. Okay. If you faces, there are a lot of stuff about the situation. I absolutely will. Just smile for me. I will definitely be prepared for that conversation tomorrow. It depends on the school. Some schools are more funded than others. I'm in VA and it seems to be better here than when we were in New York. So I have a little cousin in Detroit with a nonverbal autistic son, and the program in Detroit, that he's involved in is a very good program. She speaks super highly of it. So that's why I was like, oh, really? Like I did not know these things were going on because they're like inner city Detroit, and she's spoken highly of the program that her baby participates in. My government is pouring money into private schools and taking from public. Oh, shit. My 8-year-old school is more funded than my 6-year-old school is. Oh, damn, exotic babe. And in the same district because they both go to school off your address, right? So they're like picking and choosing. They're cherry picking what schools to fund. Governor, sorry, got my nails done. They're longer than I'm used to. It's okay, Mandy Lynn. IEPs are rough work and they put so much on the plate. Yes, ma'am, they're in the same district but different schools. And one school is funded a lot better than the other. Man. And the laws and the things that are happening they're affecting the babies. The children are the ones who are suffering. Funding is determined by district. But she said that she lives in the same house. Like, yes, the state pays heavy for my 8-year-old school. The state pay is barely minimum for my 6-year-old school. The schools in the nicer parts of town have more funding. But if Exotic Babe sends her 8-year-old to one school and her 6-year-old goes to another, but they leave from the same address, that's the same district. And they live in the same area because they're at the same house. Wish there was a school choice, that part. I mean, under the Homeless Act, there is. If you're homeless, your child can go to whatever school works for you. Due to property taxes. Well, yeah, property taxes have something to do with it, right? Oh my goodness, y'all. I am so sorry. I have a buddy and he got them damn meta glasses. And now the shit that he is seeing and shit, y'all, he don't got no sense. I cannot. Jetta, did you mean to pop up or that was an accident? We have school choice and you don't have to be homeless. Exotic Babe. It definitely depends on the area, but our kids are sent to different schools in the same households. I'm stuck by district here. Yeah, I'm stuck by district here too, and then it's based on our property lines, like where we go. So even though I can see the grade school Monty went to from my driveway, Treasure ended up going to a different grade school because like they switched the boundaries or whatever. And I drive past Monty's old junior high to take her to her junior high. But then the east side school district, like we're the west side of the river, the east side is a whole different district number. They don't even have school buses. Where we have school buses, hold on, sorry baby, I just saw that. The east side doesn't have transportation. Yes, ma'am, is this your topic?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Brooke, I don't know how it is everywhere else, but in Mississippi, you have the country's Department of Education. Then in Mississippi, you have Mississippi Department of Education. Then from there, it is distributed among districts from there. Now, when I first taught, I taught in a very low income. So we get Title I funding. So we actually got more money than a higher district, a higher property tax district, because it was such low income. Like we got nicer things. We got more money. We got more Title I money. Then when I went to a district that was one of the top 3 in the state and high property tax, yes, we still had a lot of stuff, but it was not from the government. It was from the property tax value of where we lived, if that makes sense. Did that help at all?
No, I understood, and I'm just waiting on the comments to catch up to see if everybody else understood better.
Yeah, it just and with just like we lived when I grew up in Vegas, we lived in the same house, and within 4 years I went to 4 different schools because of growth. And then when they rezone, you may go to one school, sibling goes to another, so but it's a iffy area. It's definitely underfunded everywhere. I think personally, they don't pay teachers enough. But yeah. So I don't know if that helped, but I thought I just thought I'd give you my 2 cents.
I appreciate it. I know that you are in that, Why is my stuff jumping? Did my phone mess up?
It's because I finally came up in the box for once, for real.
No, right? And Josiah didn't demand it, right? He's not dumping all Arlita's coins in your pocket and shit.
That's right.
That shit was hilarious. He emptied her whole wallet.
Why
Jetta
doesn't she
needs all
have
the
any?
gifts. She needs the gifts. Give them to her. I feel like school nowadays is not as good as when we grew up with. No, I don't think so.
Oh
I had to
yeah.
quit as a teacher because, like you said, we don't make enough. There's that part.
Oh yeah. I
And all
brought
the teachers
home.
out here, they say that they spend so much money to, like, it gets discouraging to try to really, make their classroom sufficient for the kids. They have to come out of pocket, and
Yeah.
I don't
Oh
think that's
yeah.
right.
So I brought home maybe $2,200 a month. That's what I made per month, and I have a master's. And now this is 6 7 years ago too, but so we get EEF money, which is, it varies each year, and that's money you spend on your classroom, whatever it is: posters, markers, pens, colored pencils, paper, whatever you want. But you only get so much. It's like 300 a year, and everything. And you may get like a stapler and some staples and some paper clips, but everything else like comes out of pocket. Everything else does. Hand sanitizer, paper towels, Kleenex, all that kind of stuff. Either the parents supply it or a teacher has to.
Which is crazy because when I work in an office, all of that someone else takes care of.
Yeah, see, exactly. It's
Because we live where we live at, and like they take care of all that shit for the kids. Like,
what you
I
watching?
mean, they make sure that all the classrooms are stocked. I don't know how that works, but like Treasure's school supply list is so minimalistic compared to anything I ever saw for Monty or myself. Basically, just 3 folders, a spiral notebook, and a pencil, and that's all we need from you all year. And it's wild to me. Everything's on their Chromebook.
Wow.
Now they don't even have like real. She doesn't have any type of handouts or loose leaf.
Oh
There's
yeah,
nothing happening. That they're not doing none of that.
yeah. We stopped that. So I quit teaching in 2019 to stay home with my youngest, and at that point in time, up until 8th grade, all kids had an iPad. Everything was done digitally, and then ninth through 12th grade they had MacBooks. And slowly but surely we had to taper off using paper, like handouts. And some kids do better with handouts and stuff like that. So
Hey,
it
kids learn different ways, and I don't know about all this putting it on this Google Chromebook. I agree, Cubic Confetti. It's amazing that they take care of so much. I just wonder, why that's not happening in other states and other places, and like it should be the standard, right? Like sending your kid to school. Some people can't afford to get the things, right? The kids shouldn't
yeah.
suffer. And at these schools out here, they basically make it so that nobody has to bring nothing. Like I don't know how they do that, but they work it out. Because when Monty was in school, man, 6 boxes of Kleenex.
Yep.
They needed Ziploc bags and
Yep.
sanitizer, Clorox wipes, and oh my
Yes.
goodness. Is this lady I would think is the teacher taking it home? Because if every student is getting 10 boxes of Kleenex, but then again, you're talking about first graders with snotty noses. Shit.
Oh, well,
One
in
little
junior
first
high,
grader can hit a box in one day.
what we did was, so like my first period, everybody had to bring Kleenex for a box of Kleenex. Second period had to bring hand sanitizer. We divvied it up, and then and it's still, to be honest, towards the middle end of the year, you had to ask for more from the parents. And where I taught, they were able to bring, send supplies, but it's
Love that
rough.
teacher out here that's from Chicago, and she has done so much and made her TikTok page. Like, she has provided so much for the inner city kids and field trips to places they never would go if, she hadn't.
Oh
She made sure all of her
wow.
kids got Christmas gifts. And then she got so big on TikTok that she made sure every kid in the school got something for Christmas. She was
What?
amazing. But she's in Thailand right now. Yeah. She
Oh
left the
wow.
school and went overseas, and she's doing the overseas thing. So she's in Thailand. Yeah,
That's
she did some
amazing.
awesome stuff, and she used to and people would cash app her and stuff, and she would do the math and be like, okay, so there's these many kids in my class. I'm trying to take them to the pumpkin patch or whatever, right? And the bus is this, and the tickets are that, and people would cash app her, and she would run it up for them kids. She did amazing stuff on this app for those kids and for that school.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
See, we need more parents like that. Not
She's not even
monetary
a
wise,
parent. She's a
just
teacher. She's not
just
even
the
a parent.
organizing.
She was just a teacher. She doesn't even
Wow.
have. She ended up taking a trip to Thailand right now for I don't know for the whole school year or what her deal is. I've kind of fallen back from scrolling my FYP as much.
Wow.
I come hang out with y'all and then post a few things and get little on with the rest of my day. Maybe in the middle of the night I scroll. So yes, tomorrow we can have a great conversation. We have a lot of people with backgrounds and invested interest in the school situation with our special education students. The school lunches break my heart. They should be able to learn on full bellies without worrying. It's the fact that the prisoners get a better lunch than the
Oh,
kids do.
don't get me started on that. Oh, I hate that. Like I've had like if our kids if we so I taught in two districts. One, 95% of them got free and reduced lunch. And then the second district I taught in, only like half of them did. But if the kids got accumulated like two like missed lunches, they like didn't feed them. They literally would take the trays back from the kids and be like, no, you still owe for, whatever, such and such days. So, like, I mean, I paid for many kids' lunches because I'm not going to let them go hungry. I mean, it's sad.
Right? Like
It's
that
sad.
part. Hold on, I'm gonna change my background again. We're talking about kids, and the background just wasn't matching the conversation no more.
And I couldn't let it go because deep down, deep down.
The earlier mention with the property tax things reminds me of what I grew up with. So, background information, I grew up in Compton. I went to the schools there. And what I was told growing up is that Compton, we had one of the highest property taxes rates, amounts, all that sort of stuff, but our schools were still shit. And it was like who's essentially responsible for all this money. Those were the people that we were looking at. And we were losing teachers. They were getting all those. I started taking college classes in ninth grade because of how like I was bored in those classes. They weren't teaching us anything. And by that time already, I managed to graduate a year early, which was good because they tried to hold me back. They were like,
They say
"Oh,
you're muffled, baby.
oh, give me a second." Oh,
And it's rough in LA. It's expensive to
Yeah.
live there, and I mean, teaching there, I couldn't probably. Mm-mm.
Are you back? She's fixing it, guys. My apologies. I don't know. It's just another, while she fixes it, it's just another example of, you never know where people come from, right?
Yeah.
Because her eighth grade year, she said she didn't learn nothing. She was just there doing vocabulary words. She had to take, college courses because she wasn't learning anything in her high school. And not everybody had that experience, right?
Yeah.
am I coming out better?
Oh,
Yes.
you're coming out much better. Retell your whole little story because I think a
Okay.
lot of people missed it.
Okay. So growing up, I was told that Compton had one of the highest property taxes that the people, the families, and the house owners paid towards the city, and so that money is supposed to go to schools essentially. But our schools were so poorly funded. At the end of like every single year, there would be teachers either being let go of. I went eighth grade without a science teacher. She went MIA after like the first month with a substitute teacher that would just give us vocabulary assignments every day. Didn't learn anything about physics. I think that was the year of physics. And then the high school, they try to hold me back from graduating early because I haven't already accumulated enough credits to graduate a whole year early. They didn't think that I was ready for college. Little unbeknownst to them, I had to make the argument that if I get held back any longer, I'm going to get involved with gang activity because I'm so bored. Nothing like going to school and everything that was going on also at my home life. I was at the brink of like I feel like I'm being held back. And I guess that convinced them well enough to just go like let me graduate at the time that I did, and even then, I took the classes that I took in college, and I feel like that prepared me the best because everyone else who graduated from that school, when they started college, a lot of them had really bad experiences. They're like, our high school didn't prepare us for nothing of this. It's like they couldn't, because our classes would be like 40 plus students for a one period class, and some kids wouldn't even have whole desks to themselves. Like they would be sitting with just a chair.
That's insane.
Yeah, graduated in 2010, so it wasn't even that long ago. Like I'm not that old.
No, but it's completely like I had done a project at the community college. I got my last degree. Like there was a group project we did about um like what was keeping people from continuing on in their education, and like we had to come up with an idea to bring more people into the college and keep higher education alive type shit. And I had said that like that was the problem. It starts way before college. When they instilled like no child left behind and they continue to pass everybody on, like you have high school students who are graduating with like barely a fifth grade reading level. And then they
That
go to
was.
college and
Hmm.
then they utilize all their financial aid to get just like their gen ed requirements that they fucking suffer and struggle to get through. And they never get to like degree specific programs because they don't even know how to fucking read.
That
you
part.
can't you can't graduate from high school on a pass through level and then go to a college where there's an expectation that's being held,
Yep.
and until they handle it at the lower levels. And I had my was like bring childcare into the college campuses, and use that for your family learning and all this other shit. Like you have to make it come back to itself, because just offering money for people to go to school, if the education isn't there and they don't have that foundation, they don't know how to read or do simple math, and then they're going into college level courses, they're not going to be successful. That's what will hold them back from obtaining whatever degree and getting to where they're trying to get to. It's just really unfortunate that education and teaching our kids and providing a solid foundation for them has been dropped down so beneath hell. Like there's no standard for it, and people are just out here trying to struggle through what the public school system offers, or if you're at a place where you can offer private school education to your children or academy or whatever. But otherwise we're all just kind of flying by the seat of our pants with systems that are failing us on every turn, right?
Well, when you brought up No Child Left Behind, so I started teaching the year No Child Left Behind went into effect. And so that year, so I taught seventh grade. I had a class, my third period had like about 5 16-year-olds in that class that had been just passed on, prior to 2002, 2003. And then I had three brothers that were not, they were not twins or triplets or anything. I had them all that year. Also, they were 14, 15, and 16. I taught one boy. I had him 3 years in a row. And then eventually they created a program at the alternative school for those kids to get their GEDs. And they were not dumb kids. I mean, some of these kids, one girl scored like, so they had a writing test, and 4 is the highest you can get. And one of the girls, she scored a 4 on it, but just couldn't pass school for whatever reason. But they created a program where they would go get it would help them get their GED. And even that they kind of struggled in because they had been passed on for so long.
Well, right. And usually, if they're being passed on, like, let's just be real. If they're being passed on like that and nobody in the home is realizing they're being passed on like that, it's pretty obvious to tell where the problem is and why they can't pass the test and do the things. Because they don't have anybody at home that's giving a hoot and holler about shit they got going on. They
Hmm.
don't have the resources of providing them a place to study or a place to learn or a reason to grow or any of that, right?
Right.
So that's where that stems from. If you've got parents that are overlooking that their 16-year-old can't read, right? Like what? What
Oh
type
yeah.
of
Oh
household do you
yeah.
have that your 16-year-old can't read and you don't know that?
Yo.
How does
And
he
like,
know what meal he wants on the McDonald's board? Because the pictures, like, stop it right now.
Sometimes with that, what I've come to find out is that a lot of them are doing
like sight reading or by memorization.
Yes,
And what they're
yes.
learning early on is not phonetics. They're learning something called cueing, which
Yep.
Jed, I'm not sure if you can explain what
Keywords.
that is
Yep.
better than I can.
Keywords. Yep.
Yeah, but they've
Yeah,
taken
so it looks like
phonics
they
out of
can
the
read.
schooling, so that's like fucking
Yes.
that. What are
Yep.
we doing? That's backwards. I
Mm-hmm.
think phonics is extremely important.
And then they've gotten by so long doing that and then some of them, if they were a behavior problem, they made it through. And then if it was any special needs, so I taught 1 year of inclusion. They passed them. They passed them on, and they could. I had one kid couldn't even write his name. Passed them on. And this is junior high. This is not elementary school. It was sad. It really.
Maddie Lynn said my kid's elementary school also has a huge problem with low attendance. Yeah, that too. That too.
Now we
And
had
that's how
now.
the state gets their money. Like that's how the schools
Yeah.
will. From what it was explained to me, that's how
Mm-hmm.
they individually get their money. A lot of that is based on. That's why
Yes.
they hype up first day of attendance and that first week of attendance. Like that's based on how they get their portion of the pot or whatever. If
And
they don't
also,
have the kids in attendance,
yeah,
then you know.
like we had to do every second Tuesday of the month. We had to do a black white count. And you had to put how many African American students you had, how many white students you had there that day, and send it off to the office. And then it's definitely based on attendance. And in that district, we had truant officers, we had we had a security guard, we had truant officers, and they would go to the house and get the kids that refused to get up. Nowadays, I'm sure people are like, no, that's intrusive. But yeah, we had police officers that would go and get those kids and get their asses to school because they didn't want to.
Heck yeah, they do. I mean, there's truancy. We still have truancy out here. Well, I shouldn't say still.
No,
They
we had
still have
we had like
demonstrators in school.
officers that would enforce it. Like we have it where we live now, but they don't.
Yeah. We had
They don't.
officers
Yeah.
and court and everything. I had a friend. He was diabetic, and he had been double amputee, and his
Oh
son was going
wow.
through them stages at 16 and whatever, and he didn't want to go to school,
Oh
and so he ended up in truancy court because of his son, and they were going to try to lock him up because that's how that works. You get locked up for your kid's actions. And he
wow.
was like, Your Honor, I can't. How am I supposed to chase him down? Like, how do I make him? So at that point, they took other steps with him, and he didn't get incarcerated, right? But yeah, they make you be responsible for your kids' attendance out here. Play with them
Oh,
if you
they don't
want
go
to.
that far. We're not
Oh, they
up
go
there
that
yet.
far out here. They got court, they got officers, they will
Oh
come get you, and you will go to court for your child not being in school.
oh no, we're behind on that part. We're no. Mm-mm. I mean, Mississippi's behind. Don't get me wrong. We're like number 48th in education, but
But see, again, just like this conversation, this is one of those things that I say with the Portland, Oregon situation that we all watch. We're all coming from where we come from.
yeah.
Where I'm at, there's truancy officers in court and you're held accountable. So, of course, I'm watching this woman keep these kids out of school and what, how? But that's not how it works out there. Just like that's not how it works in Mississippi. Smartphone technology has been the greatest and worst invention in human history, especially for kids.
That
Amen.
part. That part right there. Like I want to go back to teaching, but part of me does not because of these
See,
cell
and
phones.
they call it social media, but it can be the most antisocial place. And for
Yeah.
people who aren't social beings or have been socialized, this is a devil's playground for them.
Mm-hmm.
You can be in a room with people and everybody's scrolling their phone. Nobody's even looking up and engaging with one another.
Yo.
Like I feel if we tried to solve the root problem instead of just jail and fines, absolutely, Mandy Lynn. And I don't. The root problem with a lot of it, is let's be honest. Everybody isn't granted the same opportunities, and that's based on income.
Yeah.
That's based on economic status.
Hey,
And education and healthcare should not be based on socioeconomic status. Everybody should have the same opportunities for growth.
That part.
Because listen, it's a lot of people who got good money and their kids probably don't even want to go to them good,
Right.
places that they're able to send them to. They want to go to the public school. While there's
Is
some
it
really smart kids in the public
is it
school who
empty?
would jump at
Wait,
the
Flash.
opportunity to go to a private school.
Right here. No, up there. There you go. We have, and like I said, it's just Mississippi, but so in third grade, they have what's called a MAP test, and it's a reading test. And if the kids do not pass it, they will be held back. They get one more, they take it during the school year, and then if they don't pass it, then they take it again in the summer. If they don't pass it, then they may have one more chance, I'm not sure. But if not, they're held back. And so there was an article in our newspaper because so many kids, it was like, I'll send you a screenshot, but it was like a high percentage did not pass this test. And then there's also a correlation between prisoners, in the prison system that were not reading, because if you don't read on grade level by third grade, you'll never catch up. That's just inevitable. You'll never catch up. So there's a correlation between prisoners, in the prison system and their reading levels. So third grade is very important. And Mississippi, we're just failing. Eat it outside. Outside, yeah, outside.
It's really unfortunate, and a lot of people are choosing homeschooling options, and I think homeschooling is good, but people aren't doing it like back in the day homeschooling.
But you
That's
gotta be
just another.
disciplined. Like I couldn't do it. I'll be right now. I'll tell you right
It's
now.
just another. Basically, it's just another computer app. Then you just put them on
Yeah,
virtual learning,
that's
like they
true.
were during COVID, right?
Because
Nobody's
that was
getting
a
a
joke.
board and busting it down. And okay, I'm teacher mom for the day, and let me, nobody's doing that shit.
Yeah.
The schools aren't even passing out handouts. Why would parents homeschooling be? You know what I mean?
Oh
That's
yeah.
not how it's working. We might need set age requirements for touch phones, and kids can have flips for their parents' contact. I'm trying to
I
tell you.
totally agree with that. I
I
100%
think
agree with
kids
that.
should have those phones that they can dial the 3 people. Those the phones you can get at
Go
like the
phone.
Walmart where they can dial 3 people. They got 3 options: mom, dad, and that one emergency contact in case of emergency,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yes, Firefly phones. Isn't that what that is,
Oh,
Ariel?
that
3
is.
people. I swear to goodness, it was like a little almost toy phone, 3 buttons, bro. They were pre-programmed. Each button, it was a color, and it was real simple. And blue, you called mom. Red, you called dad. Green, you called whoever was the other person, right? They got bullied so bad for not having iPhones at 8 freaking years old. Man, listen. Mom, dad button, and emergency button. Yes, Ariel, that's what it is. Fireflies. That's what they need. They need the Fireflies, not even the flip phones. They need the Fireflies. Girl, I thought it was just 3 contacts. So if you could have 10 and cycle through them or some shit, I don't know. I do not know, but yeah. The phones and the apps and everything that's available to them. And if you're not spending time with your kids and you're not, on their ass, then you're letting the world do it. You got bullied because you had an Android. Man, I still get bullied for having an Android by my grown friends. The fuck? And it's not that I can't afford an iPhone. I don't want one. I'm cool with my little Android. I like how she works. Me and her get along really good. Her upgrades come out and I get just as excited as you iPhone users get. The fuck? Leave me alone.
Who are you talking to?
Kristen. Not your
Hey,
Kristen,
darling.
Kristen.
I'm glad,
Yes.
Exotic Babe. I'm glad I'm not the only one. And listen, there's a part as parents when your children are getting bullied or you have something going on, you have to sit down and have those conversations, right? My baby knows she's not the skin, she's the spirit. And we're not here to impress nobody. And your phone doesn't make you. And that's not what it is. And most of these people, they got their kids dressed up to the nines, but their soul is corrupt.
Oh, yeah.
I would rather my daughter have an innocent little soul and be walking around here in her little Mickey Mouse little pants that she liked that are too high and shit that I wish she'd throw away. No, I'm just playing. I
Well,
love my Samsung Note Galaxy 24 Ultra. I know that's right, exotic babe. Clock that T.
I'll tell you what would be sad would be when the kids would come in. When Apple Watches first came out, and me as a teacher, I couldn't afford one, and the kids have them. Or when the kids have newer cell phones than you do. That's when I was like, that's just sad.
And
My
then I
child will
know
never
being them
have a
high
newer.
school teachers, when you pull up in the damn parking lot, these kids pulling in brand new shits, and you what? Man, listen.
Yep. Well, baby.
And then their parents don't even send a teacher appreciation gift. Their parents buying them a brand new whatever off the lot, but don't even send you a little teacher appreciation
Thank
gift
you.
or a Christmas present. Not
Exactly.
even Apple on the first day.
What'd you ask, babe?
Me on my iPhone 16 right now. I know that's right, Siani. Yes, the children are very materialistic.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
But listen, the children only do what they are allowed to do. This is this new age of raising children. I don't know how you keep your kids focused and under control and minding their own and on their P's and Q's, but there's a lot of kids out here that are running the hell out their parents. Just like that little movie. I've seen a lot of that stuff for that Crash movie on my timeline, on my FYP on here.
We're watching that tonight.
I'm no spoilers, but the way they're talking about the mother and how the mother is just in there now that the girl's in jail, they're playing her jail calls and she's talking to her mom in pig Latin, trying to swear to God, trying to cover shit up or whatever.
Okay, that's why on Most Smartest, he did a video and he was like, infection A in the USP.
Right.
And so now that makes sense. Okay, I get it.
And so she's talking to her mom in pig Latin, but they say that her mom is keeping her cushy dushy up in there, and her mom knew she was out here selling rugs, and apparently herself as well, for 2 bands was what I heard. These streets, I was like, oh my, clutch my pearls. She had already moved out of her parents' house and had her own place in high school, willingly.
Wow.
With parents who got money.
With that grown ass boyfriend.
With a grown-ass boyfriend? I haven't watched the movie yet. I won't watch the movie. Y'all are going to have to fill me in. That's one I probably will not partake in. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's a little close. I don't know. But,
yeah.
I guess, yeah, this shit is insane. Is it only on Netflix? Does anybody know if it's streaming elsewhere? I mean,
isn't it a Netflix documentary?
It's a Netflix documentary, and there's another documentary that's more in depth on Hulu, I think. But it's a part of a show.
Yeah, it's not the same documentary. But I have seen people say that if you watch the one on Netflix, you better go over and watch the Hulu one because it gives more information. It just tells the story from a different light and perspective, I guess, but a better one. I don't know. Maybe that should be a talk piece this week. I'll go watch both of them and we'll see what they're talking about.
I think it was Mean Girl Murders. I think that's the show.
That sounds about what it sounded like with the other one. Shit. Master, I thank you for coming in here today and participating in all the conversations. You came in super respectful. I've never seen you drop in our lives before, but you came in so respectful. You asked what the topic was, and you have contributed in so many wonderful ways. I really have enjoyed your presence. Thank you for blessing us with it.
Let me get you.
It's kind of crazy calling somebody master in the chat. Do you have a different name? I'm just going to call you sir. I'm all for the respect, but that might be taken a little too far. And I don't need your government. They'll be saying crazy. Exotic babe over here hollering out, oh, master. I'm done with you, girl. If you don't go to the corner right now. It is Monday. It is not 5 o'clock where I'm at yet. You better slow it down, ma'am. But this has been an excellent, we had a good talk piece about the tattoo lady and we went the other way. You can say seer, sir. I'm just the master of my life. Amen. And see, that's my problem why I can't call you master because I'm the master of mine. Would I look like shouting out master to what? I know it's just the internet and it's not real, but hell with that shit. I will call you sir. That is perfect for me. I got respect. C is cool too, but then I have questions. That's like my little A. What's the C for? You know, like I'll just call you sir. Otherwise, I'll get in my head about you.
Here, put that underneath it, and then put that around it.
And tomorrow
Put
I will
this
come
around it.
back with way more information on this more recent story. Welcome in, astronaut art.
Put this around it.
I will
Oh,
come
okay,
in
I
with way
got
more
you.
information about this more recent story so that I can be more tied up and to have a conversation. C for Cunningham. Okay, all right. I know a
Master
Cunningham.
C.
I know a Cunningham. All right, Mr. Cunningham. I'll go with that. We'll call you Mr. C.
Put this around.
I can do it. Mr. C. Okay. How you doing, astronaut? How's our little baby astronaut doing? Baby Gremlin has teeth, 2 of them, with some more on the way. I would love to know if Miss Little Astronaut Art, I feel like she should have more than Gremlin. She came first. Are her teeth coming in okay? Is she met that milestone? I'm checking in. Just got back from a trip out. You're always going somewhere, Miss Busybody. Man, Lord, please protect these kids. Say it again, Mr. C. We have to come together to do it because, man, clearly the powers that be. I love this live. Y'all got my follow. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I really appreciate that. I thought it was a pretty good live, too, to be honest. I was like, hey, we doing things in here today. Definitely fight for the kids. Definitely fight for the kids. They didn't ask to be here. Shit. I know when I was a kid, I didn't ask to be here. And I've been through a lot. And if I can help one kid not go through what I went through, I've done something. And I can honestly say, as MonTeesMama, I've helped more than one child not have to go through what I went through, including my 2. So there's that. I love y'all down so bad. Abs, how is Thailand? How are you and Tyler doing today? Hey, Dejanay, wait, welcome in, baby. It has been a good day. A good day to have a good day. I hope everybody's enjoying their holiday. If you got it off, much love. I hope you got your feet kicked up. And if you didn't get it off, that's cool too. I hope you're still enjoying yourself. It's a great day to have a great day. Thanks, Jetta. I be trying. It's good. It's 4 a.m. here. Tyler's snoring and my sugar gliders are running around. I know that's right, baby. Chapo's over here snoring too if you didn't hear him. He does not even care. Chapo said there is no way. Honestly, I'm missing that holiday pay today. Man, that part. Most of my live suggestions are so negative. It's never productive talk like y'all. Sir, you please come back anytime. I like to have good conversation. I've definitely been caught up in some negative. I get it, but we're going to do a whole plot twist and do something different. And we've came up, the past 2 days, we've came up with tomorrow's topic. So we're just going to stay on this little rotation. And I'm liking the direction it's headed. I think it's adorable. My dog's name is Chapo, too. Chapo don't be caring, though. And he's always right at my hip, so I know y'all can hear him sounding like a grown-ass man over here. And I think the more I talk about it, the louder he get, like he knows I'm telling y'all. Like, oh, my goodness. Movies next? Oh, yes, baby. What you want to start doing we watch movies together type shit? You want to get back to that? That wasn't my thing, but I miss doing that. What's his breed? He is an American Bulldog. Purebred. One of the top bloodlines in the area. He's one of them. Y'all have a blessed one. Finna go for my walk. What type of... yeah, Master. He's a American Bulldog. And you have an amazing day, sir. You make your day as amazing as you are. And come back and see us anytime. Definitely appreciated all your here today. Nighttime lives could be movie night sometimes. You know, right? But I think I'm going to have to talk to Trudy Booty. I don't think that I can actually stream movies Like, I think you get in trouble for some type of copyright or something. I love bulldogs, all that slobber. He doesn't have a lot of slobber, though. You know, they're all the slobber ones. I think that's more of the, which ones are those? The English. He's American, so he doesn't have all those. I mean, he's got the extra flappy flaps on his jaws, but they don't hang and he doesn't droop slobber. But he's got like wet kisses. Like, he'll try to get in on you, that's for sure. But like the drooly slobber, he's not one of those. Now, if somebody's teasing him with some food, he might drool a little bit. Like, I've caught him a couple times, but he's not like those ones that obnoxiously just drool all the time. I don't think I could handle that. My Pity is the best dog I've ever owned. Man, listen, I love that you have that Mandy Lynn. Chapo, he is my, oh yeah, we need pup pics. Abs, I thought that you've seen Chapo before. I'll have to post some more recent ones and kick it with him a little more, give some more Chapo content. Chop is my saving grace. I got Chop like 3 weeks before Monty took flight to heaven, and he was a puppy. He was absolutely not bred to be some type of emotional support dog or anything like that. He just kind of became an essential worker. And because he was such a puppy, even though my son passed away and life was crashing down on me, like, I had this brand new puppy that I had wanted for so long, and he needed to be taken care of. And he was my why for like a very long time of having to get up and people be like, Chrissy, I can't believe you wake up every day and shit. I didn't have no choice. I had this little puppy and he deserved better. And I didn't want to have to get rid of him because life had taken this turn, and your animals really do ride off your emotion and they love you down so bad. And he came to me as a puppy and his mama was going through some shit. And next thing you know, when I move, he moves just like that. Like, he is my right hand. He loves me down super bad. But like to the point where he's got like a little bit of separation anxiety. So your girl can't really travel or do the things that I used to do. Because Chapo, he means the world to me. He didn't ask for this life, but he showed up over here. God don't make mistakes, people do. And he dropped right in my lap when I needed him the most. And for that, he only got one job. I'm not going to breed him. I'm not going to take him and show him like he's a phenomenal show dog. He can make me lots of money, but I never got him for him to work for me. That's not what I got him to be part of our family, and he's been the biggest blessing ever. He's definitely, I've had other animals and I've loved them all, but me and Chop got this special little thing. We've been through some shit. Welcome in, KB. Hey, Katarina. If someone is impersonating Abs, we're going to have a problem. Who's No, ain't nobody impersonating my baby. You know, I would have already came for him. We're not going to ever, we watch out for Abs around here. Yes, my Chopadopoulos. And Treasure's on summer vacation. She's already out diddy bopping. She's got plans that fill all of her stuff. I will see her in a week. Her social life just outdoes mine phenomenally. However, it's not officially my summer vacation yet either, so there's that. I'm just now starting week 7, y'all. Week 7 of 10. So I have 3 more weeks of class. I graduate in 2 weeks. Or actually, it'll be a week from this Saturday I walk. And then I'll have like my final projects that'll be due for this internship. And they will send me my degree in the mail. But they send you your degree in the mail anyways. FYI. They just give you the little board thing to put it in. And then they mail it to you. If you didn't know. So yeah, we got big things going on now. Big things popping, little things dropping. I can't wait for graduation. It's still so surreal. Oh, and anybody who's just clicking in and keeping up with my little journey, I'm waiting on one more letter of recommendation. The professor has said she'll provide it, and I gave her the due date that they're looking for. If everything is turned in by June 1st, I will have my interview on June 4th, which will be 2 days before graduation. And then I should hear back, I would think, shortly after the interview if I got into the master's program. So I will keep you guys updated on that journey. And maybe I'll do that little TikTok where I open the thing to the little noise and shit to see if I got accepted. And then at that point, if I don't get accepted, which I don't like even speaking, you know, whatever, but then it'll be like, do I apply somewhere else? Do I take one of these job offers? You know, I'm trying to stomp through to do exactly what I'm trying to do, but I can always pivot. I've learned to pivot quite a few times, but the universe will let me know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'll be accepted. I sure hope so, exotic babe. Like, I think it's just my own confidence that I never built up throughout the years. But all of my people who love me the most say that I'll do fine. I shared my essay and my statement with my girl who's got like the highest education of all my friends. And she's got her bachelor's and she's a 6-figure earner. So I'm content with, you know, her opinion on things, especially these things. She's an alma mater from the same university. I think it's just me. I think it's just me and my own nervousness. And they said that it's not a job interview. Don't look at it as a job interview. And I'm a grown woman. Like, I know about a job interview. I know how to sell myself. But if it's not like a job interview, then what kind of interview is it like? And what exactly are they picking apart in me while I'm in this place? But they also said to dress the position in which you are getting your, you know, degree for. So I got to go in here shitty sharp for real. And, yeah. I got enough for you too. You will be accepted and I'm hyped for you. Well, thank you, exotic babe. Thanks for sharing your confidence with me, darling. I appreciate it. Welcome back, Pink Tea. We've been in here all over the place. We went from the tattoos to a little bit about the story. The master's program is in psychology, but it's an accelerated program that also will get me licensed in my state. It's to get my master's degree. And after that, the next further would get my PhD. But the things I'm trying to do with the Monty movement, I don't really, I mean, if I was going to be a career student or something, I could maybe go for the PhD. Or if once I get the Monty movement on track the way, you know, I'm trying to, then I don't know. But the PhD wasn't it wasn't part of my initial plan. Sending all the positive energy in the universe to you. Thank you, Yabs. I love y'all down bad. And I will keep everybody posted. It's been a journey like no other. And it's so surreal for me because I never, you know, I had tried to go to college when I was like 20. Got pregnant with Monty. And yeah, had him. And then life got to life in and I needed to go to work. And college wasn't paying the bills. And so I went back to work. And I just came back to, you know, they say I'm going to come back and buy the building. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. So, love you up and down and all the way around. I appreciate it, Abs. I love you up and down and all the way around, too. Aw, I love Abs. She is a sweetheart, isn't she, Jetta? She's just living her best life out there in Thailand. She got the fuck up out of this crazy-ass, nasty-ass country, and she just lives in love. Her and Tyler have, like, the best little life out there. People in Thailand are not worried about TikTok and TikTok drop. I mean, like, they have, she's got a little pool in her backyard, sugar gliders, and her man just get to love each other down and live the best life ever. Yeah. I'm gonna get there, Abs. I'm gonna come write Monty's name in the sand in the exact same spot you did. It is on my bucket list, I promise. And you and Tyler got to show me where. I mean, I can get there, obviously. You've shared it with me, but you and Tyler will still be there somewhere close by. I'm not going to take too long to get there, that's for sure. To say they hate me now, wait until I'm in Thailand. Oh my goodness. How'd she do that? She just sits on live all day. She's so miserable. You're going to drive me to Thailand on the ferry, Jetta? Oh my goodness. This sounds like an adventure. You use the donation. Yeah, Siani, I'm going to use the donation money. You know that's right. To go to Thailand. Girl, thank you so much. You know that's what they're going to say. You know it. Don't let it be anytime in the next couple years. They'll be hanging on to that damn clipped, right, Ariel? Y'all are tickling me. I love y'all now so bad. This is how it works, too. See, we was in here having a good live, just having fun. They're going to be more mad about this than anything else, right? Didn't talk about them or none of that bullshit. We're in here talking about real life shit. Get on with yourselves. There's real life things going on, you know? And this young man who was done dirty yesterday, right? Yes, Abs, I'm holding you to it. I heard United is starting direct flights soon. Uh-oh. Girl, cue the confetti, that donation money. I mean, listen, the donation money started... At one point, they said me and Arlita needed to account for the $7,000 that was missing. Then somebody else said we needed to account for $23,000. And I'm like, girl, by the time they get done, we're going to just have to account for everything we do for the rest of our lives. Like, what the fuck? We provided receipts. I don't know where they get their math at. I accounted for everything that I helped to be a part of. So has Arlita. I mean, I don't know. Scroll back through TikTok and you'll find it. I believe it's on the whole truth page. You can find it there. Like, I don't know. I don't want to play their game anymore, though. Sitting here hiding behind fake identities and doing weird shit. And man, listen, you can't please all the people because the people don't. Time for another GoFundMe. Yep, go fund MonTeesMama to Thailand, guys. Who wants to do it? Fuck you, mean. I am so done. Y'all are gonna cause me to just fall out here today. I'm so over them, and they're over us too. The sad part is for the ones that are recording and gonna put it everywhere. Like, why are you still here? Why? Oh, Ariel, I forgot all about you being up here until you unmuted for a second. Holy shit. You've been so quiet.
I was smoking, so I was quiet.
Oh, you good, baby? Yeah, Rona. I see it. I'm not reading it out loud. They'll clip it. That gal, you coming up, nigga? Oh, nope, you didn't mean it. Shoot. Anybody who wants to come up can come up. Heck yeah, we're having a good conversation here today. I'm only gonna be here for like another 10 minutes though, probably. Keep it consistent. Liza said consistency drop down too. Shit, I missed her going away. Hey Haley. Welcome into the new folks. Good evening. Good evening. I have an uncle that used to say that shit. Good evening. My dog is snoring like it's like good night forever. Find someone who asks for an airline and ask for a buddy pass. Ooh, I've got some friends. That's okay. Okay. The baby's room is done. Congratulations, Katarina. Jetta, you got to catch up. You got to get your nursery together. You got to get your we got grandbabies coming. And astronaut, did I miss about baby astronaut's teeth running my damn mouth? I asked about her teeth and then I didn't see an answer. But everybody started typing. Is she still in here? Oh my gosh. I went way back. I can't see. Where's her little astronaut? Oh, wait. Ladies. Hey, ladies. I said, hey, doing good. Just got back from a trip out. I told her she was always a busybody. And then she didn't say nothing else. She went away. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I must keep an eye out for astronaut art because she popped in. And then she popped out. What's up, Kat?
They want to see the baby's room.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I had graduation is the 6th. It is 2 weeks, Ariel. 2 weeks. Okay, hold on. 2 seconds, and I'm gonna make you big. Hold on, chat.
Okay.
So then I don't have to keep. I had to scroll up to the messages, so I'm just making sure I didn't miss because astronaut art. Okay, let me get myself back together. You know, MonTeesMama don't know what the hell she's doing over here. Okay. Does baby astronaut have teeth yet, astronaut art? Oh, it's looking lovely. You pulled up the carpet already?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to put the other carpeting down.
I love it. It's such a perfect blue. I love this. You're gonna be such a great grandma.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so fun.
His crib is gonna go right here in front of the window.
Of course.
And then I'm
So
gonna
you
have like
can have the
a changing
TV
table over
on.
here in this corner, and then over here I'm gonna have like a rocking chair.
I knew a rocking chair was gonna be included.
Yeah.
And then you need a little dresser. That'll probably be right there behind you.
Yep.
With
And then as soon
with a
as I move all
microphone on
this
there.
stuff, he's gonna have his own bookshelf.
Yeah, those books are too old for him. He doesn't know those books. He needs the little books still.
Yeah. So that's his space. But yeah. It's coming along.
Oh my goodness, you're on to that next leg of life. Now you're gonna be bringing a bunch of grandbabies through that joint.
I know. Okay, I'm hopping down.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
Make me back big. Love the triangle ceiling. I don't know. Oh my gosh! Stop calling my phone. Isn't it so cute, Jetta? She's so recited. She's gonna be a grandma and she's having all the fun, doing all the things. I'm so excited for her. Hey, Miss Ma'am, I see you in here. Is you staying or are you popping and going? And then she goes. She's been running through here all day. Running through my mind. I got 5 more minutes, y'all. Yes, what a blessed baby. Coming into a family of generations that love him so very, 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 very much. Their baby is so also too. Jetta's having a grandbaby too. So Jetta's having the Halloween one and Katarina's having the Thanksgiving one. They're having a turkey baby and a pumpkin baby. That's what I know. I don't know the exact dates because I've been bad with that shit. See, November 14th. I was close. I was so close. I love you more, Jetta. I love all y'all. Jetta's is due on Halloween. And November 14th. Okay, I'm committing these to memory now. November 14th. A week. I got it. I shall remember. I shall fucking try. The nursery theme is Celestial Serenity, y'all. She picked out all the comforter. It's super duper cute. I can't wait for her to show y'all the finished product. She's over there playing Martha Stewart with her decor. The ambiance is going to be, yeah, he's going to come into the world. Sir Prince laughs a lot. That's who he's going to be. Bikers J. Ryder. Welcome in, everybody. You're coming in a lot at a time. What happened? Michaela. Welcome in. Welcome in. Wipe your shoes at the door. Don't bring no shit up in here. I wish I was a better decorator. Mandy Lynn, all you got to do is just do it. Show your room or something. There's so many. Take a picture and put it in one of those groups and tell people to give you ideas. So many people love that and help other people. Welcome in, Gia. I got 5 more minutes. Tomorrow's topic is going to be this young man down in Louisville, Kentucky, whose mama put the camera in his hair to get the audio of how he was being treated at school. That's about as much as I have on it. He's special needs. And I'm going to do my homework and do some reading. And that's going to be our topic for tomorrow. And justice for him. Because it's sounding real crazy from what I heard a little bit of the audio, if that's the same audio. But yeah, that'll be tomorrow's topic. We will be in here talking about the special needs programs and yes, Adventure Abs, I guess. True was in here earlier and gave a brief synopsis of it that she, was getting calls or whatever about his behavior and I guess things just weren't adding up for her. So she put a camera in his dreads and had it hidden in there. And she didn't get video footage, but she got the audio. And from the audio that I think I remember hearing on here, she was saying that one of her son's stims is that he claps. And while these teachers were talking to him and the harshness that they were talking to him, that they had to have put their hands on him because he would have kept clapping. And he wasn't clapping anymore. So she feels that they had touched him to at least stop him from clapping, if nothing else. But even the way they were talking to him was very harsh for him being a little fellow with special needs. That, it was a little much. I'm not sure how, from what I'm being told, people said they cried listening to it. I think I only caught a brief clip. I probably will cry too. It sounds like it's horrific. But, yeah. I will dig into it as much as I can and go as far as I can without hurting my own little feelings. And we will have a conversation about that tomorrow. I don't know his name. It happened in Louisville, Kentucky, though. So I'm thinking Louisville, Kentucky, special needs child will get you where you need to go. That's where I'm going to start. Facebook has it's all over the Book of Faces. Sorry, I'm not supposed to say that. They also won't use the recording to prosecute because it was done without consent. That part. But, Knowing my son can't come home and tell me if someone was mistreating him keeps me up at night. Mandy Lynn. And special needs children can't always advocate for themselves if they're being mistreated. Exactly, Astronaut Art. And this is our conversation for tomorrow. This is what we will be discussing in here tomorrow. I have made my 2 hours. You ladies have an amazing day. Please go make it as amazing as you are. It's a great day to have a great day. I hope everybody gets a good night's sleep. And you start your tomorrow. It's going to be like the Monday is Tuesday ever for everybody, right? He's 9 and can't speak. He has rough days, but he's a great kid. I'm Mandy Lynn, and I am going to keep him in my prayers because they better leave him alone. And man, this type of stuff hurts my heart. My son is autistic and doesn't understand when someone is being mean to him. Aww. See you tomorrow. Happy you caught you today. I'm happy you caught us today too. And please just smile for me. Yes. If you're available tomorrow, I would love to have you here for the conversation. I would definitely love to hear everybody's thoughts and feelings and opinions about this. Obviously, we have a lot of people in here what would be a good time? What would be a good time? What time should I come tomorrow morning? What time should we do this? I was kind of late today to the game because it's a holiday. What time are y'all thinking? I'm caught up on my assignments till Wednesday, so my schedule's pretty open. Morning, Ab said, morning, early here. I know that's right, baby. Treasure is gone for the week, so I don't necessarily have to set my alarm, but I'm not like a big all-day sleeper anyways. So it's not too late for me. I'm selfish. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, which is 9 a.m. my time. 9 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Pacific. Is that right? Did I just say that right? For like the first time in all of my TikTokery years, am I finally getting down these damn time zones for the first time in my whole life? I cannot wait to call one of my elders and tell them that I finally figured this shit the fuck out. It took hanging out with you guys for how long and having people all over the world to keep up with to figure out where y'all stayed. So I got it now. Oh, shit. Hey. I have to drive a lot for work, so I try and listen on the road. I know that's right, Mandyland. Tyler had to teach me US 4 time zones the other day. I thought it was 3 my whole life. Oh, my goodness. So that works. Congratulations, MM. Thank you, Cue the Confetti. I finally did that shit. I'll be at work in the morning, but I can pop in on break. What time's your break, Ariel? And you're on my time zone. We know this part. So yeah, if I'm up earlier, then I'll start earlier. And otherwise, shit. Enough people pop in, we can keep the conversation going until everybody gets in. But we'll shoot for around 9 o'clock. That sounds good. You can pop in at 7 your time, but dip out by 8:30. And I still keep missing Astronaut Art. Does baby Astronaut have teethers yet? Because baby Gremlin's got 2 already. The bottom 2 have popped in. And the top one's trying to come. I feel like it'll be here any day. She's doing all types of things. She actually kind of crawled to the phone today, which was so cute. She's getting up on her, she prefers to do it not on her knees, but she's getting it. And when we were talking and watching her, we had said that oh, I wonder what baby astronaut's doing. All the love to you, Mandolin. And yes, we'll definitely see you tomorrow. Stop it right now. Hold on. Okay, y'all. I love y'all down so bad. I will see y'all in the morning. And make your day as amazing as you are. Bye.